Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. It's an absolute honor to welcome Soulaima. Oh no, I'm terrified.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
You are such an incredible motivational leader, TED Talk speaker, UN ambassador, and I admire your work truly, and your beautiful name. I'm sorry.
When I moved to US very recent, and my name is Soulaima Gourani, and it's a Moroccan Danish name, and the Americans find it very difficult to pronounce. So actually, in US, they just call me kind of Soul.
Ah.
So I'm like, I will go with that then.
I love that.
I like it.
So is that available on Instagram?
Right? Yeah.
I will have to find out.
You have probably a dream career for millions of people. Millions of people would love to be a speaker. That's one of the people, when we survey people, they want to do a book and they'd love to be a speaker, even though it's one of their greatest fears as well. You tour like how many countries and do how many talks a year, would you say?
Approximately 200 talks a year, and I work in 35 countries, everything from Mongolia, Saudi Arabia, Italy, all over the world. Only a few countries I've not been speaking in.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if your agent is watching, I want to be, I want you.
Yes.
Look at you. Look at you speaking up here. I love that.
Yeah.
So, Soulaima, tell us though about the moment you made the decision to embark on this journey.
Yeah. Actually, my crucial moment was in 2007. I used to be corporate, working for very big organizations like HP, Maersk, the biggest shipping company in the world, like climbing the ladder in the corporate world. And in 2007, I was pregnant with my first child and I was laid off. I know it's illegal, but it does happen. And I decided I will never again be in a position where anyone can fire me. And I was pregnant and I went for it. I decided to become a consultant. And I've always been speaking, entertaining and motivating, like as part of my job. But I turned it into a career. And I became a speaker. I didn't know anyone else speaking as a career. I didn't know anyone doing it. And it became my life. And I never looked back ever since. So that was in 2007. I decided to become a full-time speaker. But I've been speaking like on and off since 2002. And I came out with a few books. But that was when I decided to become a full-time speaker.
How did you turn sort of that part-time passion into a full-time calling and become successful at it? How did you do that? What were the critical or pivotal moments or steps or decisions you made that allowed it to take off?
First, you have to decide that you want to have it as a job. And like anything else, you talked about it this morning, closing the gap. What do you need? What themes? What audience? What platforms? What market? And when you have that right, you start marketing yourself. You start connecting with people who are in those markets. And then you build up your branding. And you design a strategy and you go for it. And you have to deliver one good talk, another good talk, a good talk, and then people start recommending you. So every time I go on stage, I get 4 new requests, 1 to 4. So that's
a great history. Wow.
It is, yeah.
It is.
That's really good.
So what have you learned about yourself and traveling 36 countries and doing over 200 engagements? What have you learned?
So by speaking 200 times a year, I touch approximately 50,000 people a year through my talks live and even more online. What you learn is really to connect with people, but you also feel the suffering and the unhappiness and all the dreams that are stuck in so many people all over the world. And by traveling 35 countries, you start realizing we all want the same things in life. It doesn't matter whether you're in Saudi Arabia or you're in Italy or you're in Israel. You want the same things in life.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
And we all are moms and dads, and we have siblings and family, and we want good things to happen. But we are in the hands of politicians, or regulations, or laws, or something else that limit our views of life. So I feel the world, and that, of course, gave me the idea to start going online, so that more people will have access to my knowledge. Because if you're not employed somewhere, or lucky to be in a company who hired me, it's very unlikely you will hear what I have to say. And I think everyone deserves access to inspiration and tools, right?
Absolutely.
And you have a really important message, because we know that, we were talking yesterday about entrepreneurs, and I think there's like 29 million entrepreneurs, but still that's a very small amount when you take a look at the, 333 million Americans or something, is that right? how many people have jobs that need to make a transition or get a better job or do whatever. So your marketplace is probably the largest for people who are really going to be listeners.
First of all, we have to understand that too many people are looking for a job. I want to inspire people to create a job. Very different. And if you look at the kids that goes to elementary school today, when they graduate, they're gonna go out to have jobs. 68% are gonna have jobs that do not exist yet.
Yeah.
And thanks to technology, thanks to the connected world that we have today, there's really no excuse for not creating your dream job. But most of us, we just dream, right? I want to be a speaker, I want to be an author. But how do you actually turn your dreams into plans? That's a strategy. And for that, you have proven methods, you know?
But before some people even recognize what that dream might be, how do they recognize the talent within themselves?
Most people don't find it. Truth being is most people don't find it because, first of all, I was told all my life that I didn't have any talents. I grew up as a brown immigrant girl in Denmark, and they're all white and blonde, and so I was told that I was, you know, not the right size or whatever you can say. So and nowadays, to find your talent means that you have to see something in someone else that ignites something in you. But if you don't have access to inspiration, you might never know what's your talent. If you grow up in a town where everyone is golfing, you will never know that you're good at basketball. So you need to have access to inspiration, and then you need a community who will back you up. A community of people who might not know how you get there, but they cheer for you. So a global community or mentorship or whatever. And then, of course, you need a plan to stick to it, because even if it's your talent, you still have to work pretty hard to turn it into a success.
So true. So how can people, they obviously can hire you to speak. Can they work with you beyond that? They can get your books. You're like, I just came up with a few books also. I heard that earlier also, right?
Yeah, I've written 3 of my own and 16 with others. And actually one of my ebooks in US was downloaded in 300,000 copies.
Wow.
So I'm very proud of that because I'm Danish, right? I learned to speak English in 2007. So for me, it's
amazing.
So it's a very new way of working. I do online coaching as well, and I have an online community called Women Reignite. Sorry, but I focus on reigniting women.
We need it.
I think empowerment. I'm a UN Women ambassador, so I'm strong. Connected to women because they have so much potential, men as well. But many have helped men for so many years.
Oh my goodness, forever.
So now I want the women to actually turn their dreams into plans.
Amazing. Absolutely. So how can they find you? How can they find that platform?
Soulaima.com or womenreignite.com.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Grateful for you.
So
Stay
thankful.
tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land.